And specifically, I'm not looking to solve one problem and then inherit a bunch of new problems. The way I look at problem solving is more of a holistic approach. I take all of our existing processes and looking at varying vendor partners that we may choose to pursue a relationship with, and holistically look at the impact of such a partnership, starting from the internal user experience all the way through vendor experience, through close, through every aspect of our operations. And so we looked at several other more established and longer in business partners, such as Concur, for example, and we found that holistically, Airbase was a much better fit for us, both for our current scale as well as for our scale 5, 6, 7 years from now. I have done the traditional approach of like, let's solve one problem with the best tools we have. Mm-hmm. And it actually leads to a number of other less obvious problems, such as it leads to a terrible internal user experience. It leads to confusion. It leads to incredibly high costs in regards to training. When you have to train people on 5, 6, 7 different platforms, just so they can make a basic purchase. Right. And so having a spend management platform, not a card management platform, but a spend management platform that encompasses everything from credit cards to purchase orders to ACH payments to wire payments to check payments, all in one. It is a huge benefit all the way across. Even with the minor trade-offs that we had to make and minor adjustments, it's still a better implementation than we could have done with anybody else, as far as I know. Airbase allowed us to remove all of these points of friction between what we culturally need versus what we need from a point of process. And it's been extremely helpful in that regard. So continuing down this theme of spend control, the other great solution for us is that as soon as we're able to onboard everybody, we then were able to establish clear and repetitive and consistent approval cycles. With Airbase specifically is because everybody is on Airbase and everybody approves their team's cost, mm-hmm. by default, everybody has clear visibility and accountability, because now every single manager is responsible for their specific team, and it rolls up further and further depending on the scale of purchase, team that is active, and so on. The other control that is available in other systems but is better implemented in Airbase is tiered approvals, which are focused on the amount that is being approved and whether it's recurring and non-recurring, mm-hmm. and who needs to approve it. And so writing those definitions have been very easy in Airbase compared to other platforms, and they're really non-volatile and don't throw any errors like they do in other platforms. Mm-hmm. So the implementation and quality of experience is much greater, just because it's just been, the workflows have way fewer points of friction, for example. It allowed us to simplify our processes and remove cognitive load around maintenance of controls. And by doing so, I am now able to focus on more strategic and broader questions. Not just because I have more time, because more time with the same level of focus adds up to no change. It's just that I have more time. Now I have more time and I don't have to think about this area. That's where the real benefit is, because I no longer have to think about who do I get to approve this? Who does need to do, when is it going to get approved? Everybody knows this through the training, and everybody aware of the process, which means that I don't have to worry about it. The review happens by my staff accountant, and that's what gets imported into the GL. And because there is a level of supervision, I, for the most part, believe it or not, don't look into Airbase most of the time. which is what tells me that we have a great partnership because I don't have to think about any of this. And that's one of the best parts.